What's up, family? Welcome to Ask the Mods,
where we challenge you to stop playing and start pushing.
I mean, that right there is real.
It's just me. It's just in me. Stank. Play your breath in my face. Let's see if you go 3 for 3.
This is my sweetheart, Iana.
And this is my taking care of business husband, Ayize. All right, we got a good question in today. I really sympathize with this single mom, and I really want to talk to you today, sis. All right, she titles her email to us, Frustrated Divorced Single Mom. Help. She says, I love your advice, but I am a divorced single mom, and Dad really plays no part in our son's lives. I wear all the hats in my household. She basically does not date for many reasons. She chooses to be celibate and has found that most men don't care for it. She refuses to bring men around her husband because she doesn't want them to see her as promiscuous.
You mean her children?
Oh, Lord. Around her children, yes. She says she loves her sons with everything in her, and they're great kids, but they break things. They're just being boys. She has to fuss every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday about the same chores they've been doing for nearly 5 years. She says she tends to be more of a drill sergeant mother. And she feels that if she loves on them, they'll take her for weak, as they have demonstrated. And when she's hard on them, she hurts because she sees that they're hurting. And she sees that they're not getting the love that they really need and the love and affection that they desire. She says, I do see the starvation. I resent my husband for not being man enough to remain a constant in our sons' lives. They adopted, her and her husband adopted these 2 boys early on when they were together. And she just basically goes on and on and on, and that's all right because we do that sometimes. But essentially what she's saying is that she's kind of on her own. She lives 700 miles away from her family because she don't want family all in her business. Her children are really zapping the life out of her right now is what she's saying. She says she really does feel as if she is resenting them, you know, because she's just on them, and she feels herself being on them. She feels herself kind of isolated and just, you know, not a pleasant person to be around, but yet she doesn't know how to get unstuck because she is overwhelmed with providing for them, with taking care of business, and keeping things moving. And she's really just overwhelmed. She doesn't know what to do. So what to do, especially when she feels stuck because she doesn't feel like she can give the love that she sees her children having, or at least the more affectionate kind of love that she knows her children want. She says it's starting to hurt her heart because she sees the look in their eyes when they look at her when she's coming down on them, and that it doesn't look good when they're looking at her in that way. So I don't know if you want to kind of step in and say what your initial thoughts are. And she said, do I resent my sons? Like, you know, she's just so focused on, she feels resentful, I guess, because she just is so, she said they're just all over the place all the time. They don't listen. They don't do what they're supposed to do. She's handling all on her own. And she doesn't even want to be around them sometimes.
Yeah, I think that there's 2 words that you need to really focus on. And those words are...
They're 10 and 12. I'm sorry, y'all. Her sons are 10 and 12.
I think those 2 words for you to focus on should be renewal and restoration. And the reason why I say that is because this email that we got, it really reflects a longing within you to get still and really get some renewal in your life.
Yeah.
You know, we can tell that you're overwhelmed, and we know that, you know, I applaud you for adopting the 2 boys when you and your husband were together, and, you know, kudos to you for doing that. And, you know, I'm saddened to hear that he's pretty much abandoned that responsibility. But, you know, I really challenge you to get still and get some, you know, into a quiet space, because you do need some renewal.
Yeah, I want to share this with you. This is probably about a year ago. I was kind of going through. I was very overwhelmed, you know, 4 children, running our business, have all kind of dreams and things that I want to do, was feeling like I wasn't able to do it the way I needed to, was working a job that was, you know, wearing me down, and everything was just like spinning out of control to me. And the more I felt out of control, in terms of not being able to control what was going on, you know, in my life the way I wanted to, the more I felt that way, the more I came down on the people around me, particularly my husband. And I'm sure probably even my children felt it at that time as well. And I went to counseling. Actually, my husband and I were supposed to go that time, because y'all know we check in from time to time and just go see our therapist, right? My husband said, no, you need to go on by yourself. I was like, oh, no, you didn't. We both need to go.
She fought me over that one.
I was so offended. How dare you say I need to go? You need to go, because, you know, I was coming down on him saying, we're not doing this, and we're not doing that, and da-da-da. He said, you need to go. So I went, and I was so, like, shocked that he didn't go. But he's like, no, you need to go. And he knew. He was right. Because when I got there and when I talked with my therapist, what she talked about was this. She said, look, you are frustrated because you want some renewal. You want some restoration. You want some peace. You want some ability to get still. You want the ability to focus in on the things that you want to manifest in your life. And you feel like life is moving so much. You can't, because if you stop, something's going to drop. A ball's going to drop. She said, but get this. Because you want that and you have not done what you need to do to get it, you are taking that out on your husband. You can't take that out on him. He don't have nothing to do with that. If you want peace and stillness, if you got to get up at 4:30 in the morning to get that stillness, to do whatever you got to do your meditation, say a prayer, read the Bible, read some sacred text, whatever it is you got to do, you got to stay up a little late so you can do it. Then do it and get the peace that you seek. Because when we are frustrated and agitated in our spirits, you know, we just let that thing out all the time, but we won't take responsibility for getting what it is that we need. So my husband hit it. Renewal and restoration is the order of the day for you. Your children, I don't think you resent your children. I think, like many parents, let me just normalize that for you. They just get on our nerves. You know, and the more agitated and uptight we become because we're not getting a release in our life, you know, some peace and release of, in terms of what we want to do and how we want to express ourselves, the more they agitate us. But that's with anybody and anything. So don't focus on them. What you need to focus on is getting what you need. And here's the last little piece here that I have to say. When you focus on yourself and when you give yourself the love, the acceptance, you allow yourself to rest, you allow yourself to just be, you will better able. You will better be, I know he's going to lead us in here just so y'all can laugh at me. You will better be able to give it to your children.
Yeah.
When you can't cut yourself no slack, you won't cut your sons any slack. When you can't love yourself, you ain't loving on your kids the way you need to. So when you do that for yourself, it's going to be easier to do with them. I suspect that that's a part of your personality and your makeup. But the more you focus on it for yourself, the more you'll be able to do it for them.
So let me just sum this up. If you release the guilt that you may be feeling, that will clear the way for you to be able to renew and experience restoration in your life. But you got to release it.
Right. So at the end of the day, it comes down to you taking responsibility for where you are and how you are. Everybody's lives reflects what they value. And so there's some rearrangement that you probably need to be doing. When it's all said and done, you will not be able to do it until you stop playing and start pushing.